Wind, whatever the podcast.
Yay!
Yay! Otherwise known as Fuck You, We're Not Dead Alliance. How is everybody?
Yeah, things are good. Things have changed since the last podcast.
Yeah, I'll say. All of us here are actually all physically on the same side. Hopefully mentally too, right, son?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just, letting everyone smell my butt and wondering when they're gonna stop.
Well, that's nice.
You know what I had today?
What's that, Snap?
I had a cheeseburger.
Does he really have to be part of this?
Fuck you, I'm not dead.
There you go, Snap. Of course, as you know all of us here, me, Princess, what the fuck am I these days? Princess General Admiral,
You promoted yourself to Admiral.
Okay, that is what I am. Yes, I'm Admiral Leia Organa. We have, my son, Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren, but hopefully not so much these days.
Hello.
We've got, General Hux over here.
Hello.
We have Captain Phasma.
Hello.
And, Snap.
Hello.
So, without further ado, why don't we jump into some questions?
Well, aren't we going to talk about anything before we jump into the questions?
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like our conversation was sort of hitting a dead end. It was just boring as fuck, so I thought maybe we'd just go ahead and jump into the questions.
I had a point to bring up that, doesn't really have anything to do with the farce dimension, but the actual Star Wars canon.
Okay, what's that?
There's been, some talk in the last week or so with people discussing the fact that in George Lucas's treatment of his sequel trilogy, he was going to have Luke Skywalker die in the second film as well.
I have not been paying attention to any of this.
So, people who are all getting their panties in a twist over what Rian Johnson did to Luke Skywalker and the fact they had the gall to kill him off. He was gonna die, and he was gonna be a cranky hermit as well.
Oh, was he then?
Yeah. So that's been going on. Those discussions have been happening.
Why are they all discussing Rian Johnson again? Have they already gotten all of their hatred out against J.J. Abrams?
I don't know. There's still people who are still trying to say, hey, chill out. The sequel trilogy was not a big pile of shit like some people will have you believe, and you probably would have been mad anyway if your beloved George Lucas had done it himself.
People are gonna be mad. It's hard to hit a slam dunk with the movie making procedures and whatnot.
I like the sequel trilogy. It's fun.
Hit a slam dunk?
Yeah, what the kids say. Okay, how about those questions?
Okay, can I read them again? Can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Snap.
Oh boy. Let's see. The first question is from Roddy Bug, and she asks, we know you're working on cleaning up the... Oh, right, this is for Ben.
You have one job.
I know. All I do is polish ships and ask questions badly. We know you're working on cleaning up the First Order officers, but have you thought about what you're going to do with the hundreds of thousands of mostly kidnapped children? Well, it's not my problem anymore, so yay.
Well, isn't that convenient?
So what were your plans?
The ones who were taken as children, I was giving them, all the opportunity in the world to go home if they wanted to go home. And if they were still kids, I was gonna try and find their parents. Not always easy, but I was gonna do what I had to do, and I'm sure Ray will do the right thing.
Were you by any chance self-sabotaging so you didn't have to deal with all this shit?
No. Okay, this next question is for Leia, and it's from Do It to Julia.
Oh.
What's your favorite cocktail?
Well, let's see. I've been really enjoying. As everyone knows, I love a good margarita. But of late, I've really been getting into the Beskar Betties. It's served in a nice little silver cup, and sometimes they set it on fire before you drink it. But I think I look better with eyebrows, so I do it without. But yeah, it has quite the kick. It can make you feel like you're hovering above your seat.
Don't you always feel like... No, you feel like you're hovering under your seat.
What? Is that supposed to be a short joke?
No, it's a you fall out of your stool a lot joke.
Oh, well, shut your mouth.
The next question is for Phasma from Maddie Myers. Do you miss your metallic uniform?
Yes.
Okay. This next question is actually for Hux, Phasma, and Ben from Theo J. And the question is, what's the worst/best part of being part of the Resistance?
It's a little more casual. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I guess it depends on the day.
So far, there's no downsides. I find it endlessly entertaining.
You know, I'm a good guy now, so it just fits. But they can be fucking annoying, so there's that. Helen O'Connell would like to know, when are you marrying Ray? Oh, look, I'm working on it. Or she's working on it now. I'm just waiting for her to clean up the First Order, so it'll probably be pretty soon, because she doesn't waste much time. Soon. Answer soon. Okay. And here's a question for Phasma. Do It to Julia would like to know, how do you feel about being a lesbian icon?
I wasn't aware I was one, but groovy.
Hope Diamond wants to know from everyone, what do you make of what Ray did recently?
I think it was fabulous.
It was exciting to watch.
I'm really hoping that she doesn't get a taste for mass killings and she comes back to us the Ray that we knew before, and not a Ray that can't unsharpen her teeth with amber glowing eyes, always wearing that black cloak around.
Yeah, she scares me now.
I'm rather worried, to be honest. I don't think we're going to see the Ray we knew before. Now, will she be full-on evil? I can't say for sure.
You don't know what you're talking about. Ray is gonna come back. Oh, I can't even say it. She might get a taste for killing.
Ray's gonna be fine. Jesus Christ.
Will you still love her if she's evil?
I always loved you, even when you were evil.
Yeah, but I'm related to you.
You know, she feels like family.
And here's another question for Ben. Karifu and Azul Violetta asks, is C-3PO your wedding planner? No. Lunosaurus Rex would like Leia to do her best Mrs. Doubtfire impression.
Let's see. Oh, hello, dear. How's that?
That's you, Mom. After one of your, Beklar Bettys or whatever that fucking thing was called.
You sure have a lot of sass right now.
And here's another question for Ben. Lee Rabushi asks, why don't you and Ray just elope to Naboo already? We can't. We have to fix things. We can't just elope. That's not the deal. She refused to just marry me until everything was taken care of, so...
So you were both on the same side, and currently you're still not on the same side. You just swapped.
No. She's just over there using the dark to further her cause. She's not becoming dark. She's just...
I didn't say she was. It's just you two are now once again on other sides of the galaxy.
Right, but we're both on the same side of the fight.
Hopefully.
So I guess technically we could get married now, but it's just we're so f***ing busy. Well, she is.
Yeah, you're not doing a lot.
No, I'm not busy at all. It's great. Okay, Do It to Julia wants to know, Hux, did you ever actually f*** fuck, Mataka? Or did you guys just skirt around your obvious sexual tension all the time?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Yeah, I think we know what the answer is. And here's a question for Phasma. Theo J would like to know, how come you haven't made a move on Rose?
Well, I'd have to say it's because she's not my type. Way too much vagina.
At least it's a little vagina.
A little vagina is still too much vagina for me. Besides, I wouldn't want to move in on Hux's secret love.
Ooh.
Zip it.
Okay, Marisol ZM would like to know, does Kylo cheat on Rey with the massage lady, and would Rey forgive him if that is true? Yeah, I did not cheat on Rey with the massage lady. So I would hope Rey would forgive me for what I didn't do, but who knows?
You did get your wiener massaged, however.
That's not cheating.
What?
Oh, nothing. Next question.
Here's a question for Leia. Theo J would like to know, since you and Han made up, do you have Ghost Force sexy times now, or just stick to bickering? And can he do that?
For the sexy time question, hell no. There has to be some upshots to him being dead, and not having to have sex with that big old doof is one of them. I don't want to see his old ghost ass getting naked in my room anytime soon. So, yeah, we pretty much just bicker. I don't know if he could have, like, ghost sex. I think if he's gonna have sex, he's gotta do it with other ghosts. And as far as I know, the only ones he's hanging out with is Luke. Oh no.
Dr. Afra Core 2049 wants to know, Oi, Armitage! When are you, Rose, and Millicent finally gonna get a room?
All right, first of all, you do not call me Armitage. And secondly, f*** you.
You can't just yell insults at our fan base.
I can when it's an obvious attempt to piss me off.
Maya Zhang asks, what are you going to do to make up for cheating on Rey? I didn't cheat on... Shut up! I didn't cheat on Rey. So therefore, I don't have to do anything. Shut up, Phasma.
No.
Fazzy. Oh. Full-time shippers want to know, did you know the waitress/masseuse was into you? No, I didn't. Shut up, Phasma.
You're making me believe you're like Hux and want to be roughed up.
You fucking take that back. Yeri would like to know, Hux, have you thought about kissing Rose?
You can think about it, and it doesn't mean that you want to do it. It's just a thought disturbance.
Exactly. It was just a thought. I've had it several times, but it does not mean anything. I mean, we have kind of a friendly hate. It's friendly hate. That's how I would describe it.
I saw you bringing more presents to her the other day.
No, you didn't.
Deela asks, Phasma, do you find yourself attracted to the men or the women of the Resistance?
Well, actually, none of them.
Maya Zhang, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that, would like to know, Leia, which Resistance member is on your last nerve?
God, there's just so many of them. All of them are pretty well almost on my last nerve.
Well, maybe we should rephrase the question to ask who's not on your last nerve.
Rose is fine. Hux, you're doing better.
Is that all?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh. And here's another question for Ben.
God, this is boring.
Ty would like to know, are you a master of baiting? Huh.
Yes, he's the master of baiting.
I don't get it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Does nobody filter these questions?
Kai would like to know, Ben, when you look at Hux, do you not see him as a personified version of cheddar cheese?
Cheddar cheese. God, I'm hungry.
And to answer the question, no, these questions haven't been filtered.
That's actually a really accurate description. I'd never thought about it, but yeah, that's true. Cheddar cheese, yep. It's like his brother. How come nobody asks me anything? Oh wait, there is a question for me. Lyra Boucher asks, does the giant bunny rabbit in your head have a name? I didn't know there was one. But I think if there were one, I'd name him Sammy.
Oh dear.
And here's a question for Leia from Rey the Jedi Lady via Jakku. How does it feel to have co-hosts? Okay. And here's a question for Phasma. Lyra Boucher.
It's getting worse every time you say it.
Lyra Boucher would like to know, who would you like to see roasted over a slow fire?
Well, that depends on the day. Today I might pick Snap.
Oh no!
Yes, please, whenever you feel like roasting him and the giant bunny in his head, go for it.
They're just messing with you, Snap. Mostly. Okay, next question.
Okay. Yeah, Ani wants to know, Hux, thoughts on Ginger Rose?
Why is everyone asking me Rose and Ginger Rose related questions?
Because inquiring minds want to know.
Look, Rose is a perfectly pleasant human, and when we are in close proximity of each other, it's quite fine. And that's all I'm going to say.
And she occasionally strikes you, which gets you off. I'm just guessing.
I am not talking about what happens behind closed doors.
Thank you. And here's another question for Ben from Maddie Myers. Would you be open to adoption? I don't know. I don't feel comfortable answering that without Ray here. But if it were just up to you, no comment.
Chicken shit.
You're disappointing a lot. You just call me chicken shit.
Oh wow, you can hear.
All right, you want to know? No. You know why? Because I don't want any fucking kids. Kids are annoying. And they ruin your sex life. Just ask my parents, right, Mom?
Well, I mean, yeah,
Just be honest.
well, you know, my hoo-ha took a long time to repair itself, and meanwhile I have vomit and poop all over me. It doesn't make you feel sexy.
See? Yeah. And whether they're your own biological kids or you adopt them, they're kids and they're gonna be annoying and gross.
Does anyone really think he should be a father?
I sure don't.
Oh, yes, you should totally be a father.
Why would you wish that on the galaxy, Hux?
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I would hate to see another Hux be created.
Hey. Are you saying I'd beat my kid?
Oh, I think it's guaranteed.
Aw, you wouldn't beat your kid, you just run away like Han did.
Okay, this is for all the First Order former people. This is from Victoria. She says, I really want to know more details on the First Order spas. Just how luxurious are they? Oh, you have no idea.
Ridiculously luxurious.
The massage treatments, the facials, the hot stone treatment, the mud treatment.
The saltwater jacuzzis.
Oh, I miss that. Although we now have our own. Yes. We just don't have a staff. Mataka will do it.
You're not turning Mataka into a slave. Just because he was massaging me doesn't mean that that's his job from here on out. And I'll have you know, he offered. I did not make him.
Oh, he'll offer. He will offer to massage anyone who wants one.
You say that with a lot of conviction.
Does he have a fetish for rubbing people?
Don't call it a fetish. It works in our favor.
And for Leia, Bok Ju is Bay wants to know, will Mataka join the Resistance or stay a slave to Kylo's orders?
No. He's a member of the Resistance now. Ben can't just boss him around. He's gonna get the same sort of, post-First Order rehabilitation treatment that everyone else has gotten.
I don't care. I don't want to kick him around anymore. I mean, jeez. That felt like a lot of work, too. I could see myself, like, tying his shoelaces together when he's not looking and watching him trip.
Yeah, you're regressing really hardcore now that you've come back to the good side.
Yeah, I'm about emotionally, like, 12. Don't tell Ray that. Okay. Boo Man Halloween Boy would like to know, Ben, have you reconnected with your true grandfather, Anakin Skywalker, at all? I mean, he didn't come to me as Anakin. He came to me as big, bad Darth Vader. And, you know, he was always like, stay dark. Dark is awesome. And he's been really quiet. Maybe he gave up on me now that I'm good.
And he came to you as Vader. He died after having killed the Emperor and turned back to the good side to save my annoying brother. Why would he have come to you as Vader?
I don't know. I was under the impression he regretted his decision to go good.
Oh my god.
Did he sound at all like some guy cupping his hands over his mouth and going, I'm really your grandfather, I promise.
Okay, look. I'm in serious denial, and I'm not about to get out of denial during a podcast, okay? So just leave it.
Okay.
Okay, Lila or Leela would like to know, Hux, what do you think of you and Mitaka as a couple? I think you two should get married. Yeah. Can I go to the wedding?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Remember your breathing exercises, Hux. Here, would you like a little spot of tea?
Yes, please.
Here you go, Huxy.
I don't think Mitaka is his type. Far too timid.
Yeah, 2 subs, there'd be no spark in that relationship. It's CarlyBro823 wants to know, if you had not been involved in this war, where would you be?
I'd probably still be a princess on fucking Alderaan.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be here.
What would you be?
A bus driver.
A bus driver in the Star Wars universe?
Yes, it hovers, you know.
Right.
Look, when I was a child, I had dreams about being a bus driver. And then that got beaten out of me, and here we are. What would you have been, a prostitute? Ow!
I suppose I'd just be a mercenary. You know, stick with what you're good at.
I would have been a school teacher. I would have taught preschool children how to make clay animals. You mean Play-Doh animals? Yeah, 'cause clay is too advanced for little kids.
Those poor, poor children. It's a good thing that didn't happen.
Thank God for the war. Damsel would like to know, is Hux developing feelings for Rose?
Stop it! Just stop it! No more those questions!
Oh, God. This must be the Torture Hux episode. We just didn't realize it till now. Here's a question that has nothing to do with Rose or Mitaka. Oh, no, wait, Mitaka is in here. From Jenny Zales, what did you think of Snoke/Palpatine? And what does Mitaka massage for you? Sorry.
Well, what did I think of Snoke/Palpatine? What, you mean that Snoke and Palpatine were in that movie the same person, or Palpatine made Snoke, or... I think that's a load of crap. And I think in our universe that's not going to be the case. What did I think of Snoke? Snoke was rather, opulent. He liked gold and money, and one of his favorite pastimes was going to Canto Bight. He always got the VIP treatment.
Could you imagine him with a large furry hat, smoking a cigar and the smoke coming out of his face?
And Twi'lek sitting in his lap.
Ugh.
Did he ever make a pass at you?
Let's just say when I was walking past, I heard a clang reverberate out through the room, and I believe he was trying to swat my bottom. I was quite pleased when I heard he'd been cut in half.
Many, many people were quite pleased. So what about the second part of the question? What does Mitaka massage for you? Does he massage your prostate?
Ben, don't pick on Hux.
What?
You know this is making him very uncomfortable. You don't like it when we're all asking you questions you don't want to answer.
Yeah, but I hate Hux.
No, you don't.
I don't. Do I not hate you, Hux?
Ben is so used to the voice in his head telling him how to feel about people that he doesn't know how to do it on his own.
Wow, now his mommy is the voice in his head.
Snap, you're this close to getting a big old spanky.
No! Clara Lavender Young wants to know, apart from military talents like piloting and leadership and commanding and whatnot, what other skills and talents do you all have?
I always thought I was a good singer.
I knew you were gonna say that, and you were so wrong.
You be quiet, Ben. There's plenty of people who enjoy hearing my voice.
She used to have a great voice.
Snap, you're this close. This close.
What am I good at? I can, reading people's minds. I could have been a psychic and made money that way.
Yeah, see you in your robes with a bunch of jewelry sitting behind, like, some table with cards and stuff all over it saying, "Let me read your palm." You just read their minds.
I'm a really good dancer.
I have a particular talent at disemboweling.
I didn't realize that was a talent.
It could come in handy when you're hunting.
Yes, in that case, I have a real talent for taking large objects up my rectum.
Oh, I feel like I shouldn't be hearing this.
You should see some of my dildos.
Oh, dear.
Have you started drinking?
You must be psychic.
All right, well, if we didn't get to one of your questions, don't feel bad. We're old, and we might have just missed them. So go ahead and submit another question, and we'll try to get to it next time. And now, as was always a tradition on the Leia podcast, I would like to give our shout-outs to our, well, not necessarily newest Patreon members, but the ones that have joined up since the last one of these. So without further ado, Haley Hints, thank you. Scarif Vacation, that doesn't sound like a good time at all. Thank you very much. Leonie Shoop, thank you. Raylo Targaryen, wow, that's a mix. Thank you very much. Kayleigh Pomeroy, thank you very much. Katie Quinn, thank you. Cecily Kalsvik, thank you. Michaela, thank you. Graylo, thank you very much. Lucinda Harvey, I thank you. Tyshawn Davis, thank you very much. Akrai 13, thank you. Maria Espido, thank you. Cecilia, thank you very much. Jalen Wilson, I thank you. Wilmer Kindblad, thank you very much. April Oxberry, thank you. Pedro Nieves, thank you very much. And Heidi K, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you for listening. If you've listened to this whole thing, give yourself a round of applause. And I don't know about any of you guys, but I'm ready to down about 3 flaming Beskar Bettys at this point.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Look for us in the next episode. Please leave your questions in the comments below. And if you're already one of our patrons, you can leave it in Patreon as well. So, good night, good evening, good afternoon, good day, morning, all of that good stuff. And goodbye!